Safia,
Yes, sir.
Jubina, look at the whiteboard. This is today's topic is erythropoietin, which is also known as EPO. Okay, this EPO is also chemically made up of polypeptide chain, and the molecular weight of this protein or this EPO is 36 kilodalton. This erythropoietin is a glycoprotein and it remains glycosylated. The mature EPO consists of a polypeptide chain having 166 amino acids, and the precursor of this erythropoietin is also a polypeptide chain having 193 amino acid, and this precursor polypeptide chain undergoes proteolytic cleavage to form the mature or active PPC consisting of 166 amino acid. This protein, this erythropoietin has this this erythropoietin has two disulfide linkage in its structure, and there are four sites where the glycosylation takes place. And Safia, glycosylation means the addition of oligosaccharide molecule to the protein, and this is known as the process of glycosylation. So this protein, this polypeptide chain which acts as the erythropoietin consists of 166 amino acid, and this polypeptide chain has two disulfide linkages, and there are four sites present on the polypeptide chain for the process of glycosylation where the oligosaccharide molecules are attached. And therefore you can say that this protein, the erythropoietin, which is a proteinaceous in structure, is a glycosylated protein. And you know that this erythropoietin of human beings and erythropoietins of the mouse have 80% homology, and they are cross-reactive. And this protein is highly glycosylated. This protein and this polypeptide chain constituting the EPO exists either in the primary structure or secondary structure. And this EPO is produced in the spleen and liver cells in case of fetal liver, whereas it is formed in the bone marrow in case of adult human being. The receptor of this EPO protein is a receptor belonging to the hematopoietin receptor families. The function, as far the function of this EPO is concerned, the EPO has mitogenic. This EPO is used as a mitogenic agent or mitogenic substance for to induce the proliferation of the animal cells in the culture medium. And not only this growth factor not only brings about the proliferation, rather this growth factor also helps in growth and maintenance of the animal cell in culture medium. This EPO prevents the programmed cell death, which is known as apoptosis. This EPO confers neurotrophic and neuroprotective effect on the cultured neuron. So this is also a very important function. This erythropoietin confers neurotrophic and neuroprotective effect on the cultured neuron. And this is about the erythropoietin and function of erythropoietin in a very summarized, concise manner I have written here. And now I would like to make you know the process of the erythropoiesis, because if you are studying the erythropoietin, you must have an idea of the erythropoiesis. This, you know, that this erythropoiesis is defined as the production of erythrocyte from its production of erythrocyte is known as erythropoiesis, and from where this erythropoiesis takes place. And this is the multipotential stem cell. Multipotential stem cell undergoes division to form the erythroblast. Erythroblasts are nucleated cell present in the bone marrow. This erythroblast undergoes further division to form the reticulocytes. What are the reticulocytes? Reticulocytes are the immature RBC. Reticulocytes are immature RBC. This reticulocytes undergoes differentiation to form the erythrocytes, and you know that erythrocytes are also known as the RBC. You have an idea about this erythrocytes. Erythrocytes are non-nucleated, biconcave, agranular in structure. So this is the structure, this is the pathway, this is a biochemical pathway, this is the steps or pathway of the production of erythrocytes from the multipotential stem cell. Again, I am going to repeat, the multipotential stem cell undergoes the division to form the erythroblast. Erythroblast undergoes division to form reticulocytes, and reticulocytes undergo differentiation to form the erythrocyte. So this is the erythropoiesis. Erythropoiesis means production of erythrocytes. So this is the steps of the production of erythrocyte from the multipotential cell. But you have nothing to do. You are not required to write all these things. It is this sketch, this flow sheet I have drawn this flow sheet on the whiteboard to make you know the process or the events in the steps and the events in the process of erythropoiesis, in which the erythrocytes are formed from the multipotential cell. You will be required, you have to study this erythropoietin because you have to use this erythropoietin as a growth factor in the animal cell culture medium. So this is the growth factor which is known as the EPO. This is one of the very important growth factor being used in the animal cell culture as a mitogenic agent required for the initiation of cell division in the culture medium. And not only this, it also brings about the growth and maintenance of cell in the culture medium. Hello.
जी sir.
Yes, sir.
I have already discussed the erythropoietin, which is known as the EPO, which is being used, and this EPO is used as a growth factor to bring about the proliferation, growth, and maintenance of animal cell in culture medium. So this is the one of the various growth factors found in the blood serum, which is being used in the animal cell in the process of animal cell culture. So till now we have already studied the EGF, epidermal growth factor. We have also studied the NGF, nerve growth factor. Then we took the PGDA, platelet derived growth factor, and FGF, fibroblast growth factor. And today we have studied the EPO, which stands for the erythropoietin. Now only one growth factor remains to be studied, and that growth factor is interleukin. You have also to study interleukin 1 and interleukin 2. Interleukin 1 and interleukin 2, which are also used as a growth factor in the animal cell culture medium, and they have the capacity to induce the mitosis in the animal cell growing in the culture medium. So in the next lecture, we will take up the IL-1 and IL-2 for the discussion, and that will lead to the final touch to this chapter. Which chapter we are studying? We are studying the growth factors found in the blood serum, which are used as a mitogenic agent for the initiation of proliferation, growth, and maintenance of animal cell in the culture medium. So now this lecture has come to an end. I am just going to upload the notes on the EPO. You may go through, and my good wishes are with all of you, and I wish all of you, particularly Khushi, Nisa, and all those who are connected. I will say very happy Dasara to them. Enjoy with caution, and enjoy with caution because it is a Corona call, and in Corona call. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.